Hello, welcome back to CinemaBurger, where I bring you movie reviews from a different perspective. Today we're here to talk about the movie Fear of Rain, starring Madison Iseman, Harry Connick Jr., and Katherine Heigl. Madison Iseman stars as Rain, a girl with schizophrenia who's coming back to school for the first time in a while and still dealing with hallucinations and things like that. Katherine Heigl is her mother, and Harry Connick Jr. is her father, and they're a little hesitant about her going back to school and watch her closely. Now, first of all, this movie I feel represents mental illness horribly. They treat it as like a sideshow attraction, basically, and that really annoys me. Now, her friends don't talk to her anymore. They think she's a freak, everyone makes fun of her. And there's this one new kid in school who starts talking to her and being nice. She's not sure at first if he's real or not. Now, the hallucination scenes of her are pretty cool. She sees a therapist, of course, and if she's not sure if something's real or fake, she has a mental checklist, and you see that on screen. It's oh, is this real? And then it crosses off itself, and it's whenever she's not sure, that pops up on screen. So Madison Iseman has been in comedies before this, like Jumanji and Goosebumps and things like that, so she's playing a nice dramatic role here. Katherine Heigl is pretty bad in this. She's not in it that long. Now there's this teacher at school that lives near Rain, because of course the teachers always live near the students in this high school, and you see something weird in the attic. So Rain thinks it's a kidnapped child or something. She wants to go investigate the house. Now, as soon as this part comes in, this movie becomes extremely predictable. It turns out the mom's been dead for 3 years, and the dad was just going along with it because she was happy, and they're not sure if the guy friend is real or not, or if any of this is real. It's making you think that Rain is being gaslighted and just crazy and nothing is real. But of course it turns out that the teacher is hiding a kid in the attic, and that the guy friend is real, and the dad finally believes her. Which always annoys me. The second half of the movie just kind of pissed me off, because it's oh, for someone to believe somebody with mental illness, you have to have some outrageous, event happen. But it's... other than that, they treat her, unfairly, and, they just shrug her off. It's oh, you're taking your meds. It's the writer of this movie had, no idea how mental illness works. The writer of this and director was someone named Castile Landon, who's been an actress here or there, but this is, I think, her first writing and directing debut. And this is a typical plot you've seen before as well, this type of scenario, but the performances in the movie don't save the movie. Madison Iseman is doing really well, but it's not enough to make this movie enjoyable overall. And that's his biggest downfall. I mean, because I was able to predict everything that happened halfway into the movie, and it was beat for beat, cookie cutter plot. It's the teacher and the guy friend ends up trying to help the girl. The teacher ends up having a knife to the guy's neck. It's oh, trying to gaslight her, this isn't real, you're hallucinating, just leave now and we won't talk about it. And yeah, it's predictable, mundane. There was potential for this movie to be interesting, but it just went downhill. I give this a 1.5 out of 5 burgers, because yeah, I found myself bored by the second half of the movie, and everything happened exactly how I predicted it would happen. And it needs to do better with representing mental illness. Alright, I'm Scott Berger, and I'll see you next time.